It's January 2025, and people have either are working on their goals, given up on their goals, or are focusing on writing new goals. And for me, it's kind of the opposite this year. I am looking at taking more things away than adding things, and I'll explain why. I wrote this down and posted it on my Instagram. Less consumption, more observation, less reaction, more patience, less distraction, more focus, less judgment, more empathy, less talking, more listening. So I'll get into why I'm doing that this year rather than trying to add a whole list of things that I need to do, or that I feel like I should do. And so in 2024, I was reading the book Greenlights by Matthew McConaughey. It's a really good book. There's a particular section that stood out to me. The author went on to talk about how maybe the way to find yourself isn't by adding more things, experiences, or identities, but rather by getting rid of what doesn't serve you. I'm reminded of a quote by Marcus Aurelius. He said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself and your way of thinking." What he realized is he didn't need to add more things. He needed to be better at understanding himself, discovering himself, and getting rid of things that didn't serve him. And so I'm familiar with the concept of less is more. I was really into minimalism and getting rid of clutter. But something I hadn't really considered is more like mental clutter, mental habits that just slow you down, because too many good things could end up being a bad thing and can end up tripping you up. At the start of every year, people create this list of things that they want to do or add to their life that they want to achieve in that year. But how many of those things do we think about just taking away? Even if it's a good thing, maybe it just doesn't serve us in the moment. So this year I sat down and audited the things that I was doing on a daily and weekly basis. What I found was that a lot of what I was doing could easily be consolidated or scratched off my list entirely. Now, as a result, I had more time to focus on things that mattered to me, things that I wanted to excel at. So a couple of things that I let go of that aren't necessarily bad things, but they just aren't serving me now. And one thing was I'm in social media marketing, and I found myself spending tons of time across multiple different social media apps, but I wasn't focusing really on any particular one. And while building a brand and trying to learn and educate myself across many social media platforms can be a good thing if done right, it definitely was not serving me. And so that was something that I had to get rid of. I had to delete 3-4 social media apps so I could intentionally focus on one. And in reality, I just wasted more time, than it actually benefited me. So another thing I had to stop doing was attempting to build another business alongside my current one. Even though building businesses is a good thing, I'd say, it was something that I added to my life that didn't serve me at the time. So I was working on multiple businesses, spreading myself thin, and it was not serving me. And so I had to just, start fresh, cut that out of my life, and just focus on one thing. And so the key to clarity and focus, I'll wrap my little video here up with this, is when I first started doing social media marketing, I had a client who said something that I don't think I'll ever forget. He said, "You can do anything you want, but you can't do everything." And that really stuck with me because as I grow as a person, as I look around, I realize more and more that I can do whatever I want, but I don't have enough time to do everything. And so I have to really prioritize and focus on things that I want to do. And so my realization for 2025, and combined with what Matthew McConaughey wrote in his book Greenlights, what I've been learning through reading about stoicism and all that, to truly accomplish what you'd like and to live a fulfilling life, you need to cut out as much as we try to add. It ends up being an endless cycle that it refines who we are. And so that's what I'm doing in 2025, and maybe it'll help you out as well. So, what's one habit you need to let go of today to create more space for what truly matters? And I'll sign off with that, and thanks for watching.